Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We're going to do a tech video today about the Innovate SCG-1, which is a combination air-fuel and boost control. Probably there's some other stuff, but that's the only two parts we're going to worry about right now. And we're going to start by finding the software on their downloads, which is a little difficult. The tools that you need, obviously we're going to need a laptop. And then we are going to need, as my laptop turns off, we are going to need a key span serial to USB adapter. You can get that pretty much anywhere. That's the only two tools we're going to need in addition to the gauge. And the gauge is right there. So let's get to it. Step one is pretty easy. Go to Google, type in LM Programmer download. There is literally one piece of software, and it is this one. We're going to follow this link. Whoops, that's the user manual. So the first step is going to innovatemotorsports.com. Look for the support tab. They also have a videos tab. And you're going to go and find software version right here. It says Logworks 338 and LM Programmer 4.09. So I've already downloaded it. You're just going to download, click, install. And this runs all of these gauges. So they actually have quite a few. They're all really pretty easy to use. You have a dual lambda, ethanol content, boost and air fuel, ethanol, fuel pressure and air fuel, just normal lambda, so wideband, EGT. Lots of options. And the tuning software actually is what we will use for all of these gauges. So you only download it once, which is handy. You don't have to get individual softwares to do that. They have the manuals, they have firmware updates. They do have videos on how to do this, but I'm going to make my own today. So now let's connect and get to the actual programming, as well as a few things that I've learned the hard way so that you don't have to. So when you open LM Programmer, it'll automatically detect what you are attached to. And in this case, you can see that it says boost control settings, analog out. We're not worried about the output. We're only going to worry about this. And when you look, it's very, very simple. We have the wastegate duty cycle. If you want to use some proportional to try to get it to anticipate and try to build boost, I don't suggest using that. It does have where it even will start to control. This needs to be somewhere right below your wastegate spring. You have boost cut, and you have how much it can cut. So I have it set to 100%, which I'll get to why I have it that way, but you could set it to where it will only cut 50% of whatever your wastegate duty cycle is, which, you know, if you're racing, that's probably more what you would want. And the reason I say that is because over here we have a wideband safety, and you can tell it at what pressure to start looking for air fuel, and if it exceeds this value, then cut. So that's why you might set this up in multiple fashions. You do only have one boost control map, realistically, but how easy it is to do, it's not a big deal. Like, we come up here and I'm going to change this to 18%, boom, and I'm going to do program, and it's programming. And if we go look at the gauge, when you connect, you'll see that it says program mode. So I'm programmed. That's literally all it takes. We're going to close for a second, and we're going to come back to one of the few things that you need to pay attention to is when you program, it disables the O2 heater, and this will never work. You have to power cycle it after you program. Otherwise, you're just going to hit that safety and it's going to chop immediately. So other things that can cause this are your car has a bad sensor, which you need to put a LSU 49 in it from Bosch, not a cheap Chinese replacement. And also, you could actually be going lean. Maybe your fuel pressure regulator messed up. Anyway, so that's some of the safeties that will keep you from getting back to that boost level. But as you can see, it's never powered back up. Now I'm going to power cycle. Give it a second here. and I'm going to start the car, and we're going to go through this, and you'll see that it comes on. Ordinarily, if I left it here long enough, it would just say free air. We got an error 9 there for a second. A little bit of a squeaky belt. But as we go here, this will go through its heater cycle, which I think is like 20-25 seconds, which could be annoying in a race situation if you have the car off in the staging lanes. But this will come on, and we're good to go. And really, guys, that's all it is. More wastegate duty is more boost, less is less boost. Pretty basic stuff. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. Have fun racing. We'll talk to you later.